can interchange but not recommended, because it's a standard that industry is following. If you continue that standard, you are benefited. If you are not continuing that standard, the people who are planning to use your REST API, they will be confused. See, someone will read your REST API documentation, because yours is distributed application. They try to consume from different remote application. So they are already in mindset of endpoint method get means they expect some select operation. No, you kept some insert operation. Unnecessarily they confuse now, my dear. It's not like that you cannot interchange. But if you interchange, you are not following the standard. When you don't follow the standard, it takes time for consumer developer to adjust. But if you follow the standard, they are happy and you are happy. ऐसा my dear. See, regular timing is 11 o'clock. One day I call you 7 p.m. It's not like that you cannot listen the class at 7 p.m. But little uncomfort will be there or not there. So same thing. These 5 are recommended endpoint for different operation. No, I will interchange, sir. You can change. I'm not saying you cannot change. But it's not a recommended one to do, right? It's not a recommended process to do. That is the point I'm trying to highlight, guys. Okay. Okay, today, tell me, what are the things that are missing out of 9? One is connect. Connect is reserved for future. So remaining in the 8, 3 are useless. Why useless? You take a head. Same as get, guys. Head is the same as get. But the issue is, whenever request related response comes, nobody. Nobody means not capable of carrying output. Not capable of carrying output means it is not suitable for business activities, na? Because response body means results will be there. So if someone is not ready to carry the results, what's the use of it? That's why head is ruled out for business activities or endpoints development. Okay, next one, options. Options request related response also does not contain body, and moreover it is there to determine which methods can be used to give request to that endpoint. Yes, my dear. So that's why that is also ruled out. Next one is that trace. When success, why success came, it will trace. When failure comes, why failure came, it will trace. So it is also useless for what? Business activities. So that's why only remaining 5 are useful or not there. Sir, how 5 are possible, sir? Browser allows only get and post only. Na? Who said for distributed application, browser is the client? Are we giving inputs in the form of HTML? No. Are you expecting output in the form of HTML? No. So who stops you to take only browser as what? Consumer. Browser is one of the option, that too limited one. So other options are there, na? You can take what? Web application, distributed application. Come on. Another distributed application, mobile application, desktop application, embedded system application. Anything you can take it as what? Consumer application or not there. Anything you can take it as what? Consumer application or not there. I want reply from you people. Along with the request, inputs are JSON XML. Response, outputs are JSON response. So browser is there to receive HTML to display output as a beautiful page, right? But my consumers are not expecting to give a beautiful formatted input, not expecting to give formatted output. So they are ready to take raw inputs, ready to give raw input, ready to take raw outputs, right, guys? Super. Okay. Let it be, guys. Yeah. Yesterday, I could not take evening classes because of technical reasons. I went to some land registration office. Okay, in the middle of the registration, because clash came from between 2 government organizations, and they cutted the cables. I think everyone knows. Yesterday in entire Telangana, especially in Hyderabad, net problem has come, right? They cutted the cable. So internet is not coming, server down. Land registration and server is very, very important. Okay, server down. So these government people, they don't say come tomorrow, they don't say stay back. Okay, we waited till the last minute of 5:30, but 5:30, then they have taken decision. Okay, now cannot happen, come tomorrow. So tomorrow after class, again, I have to rush 60, 70 kilometers. Okay, fine. So that's why class not happened. So how foolishly people will cut the wires, ra? See, maybe because of rains and other things, 1, 2 people died. Someone said that cut the wires. These people cutted the wires. So, and total entire government things are disturbed. Is it possible to get 13, 14 class recording? 13, 14, when it happened? 13, 14 already there, it seems. 14th, I promised I have given, right? 14th, I promised and I have given to you people. 13th, I have not promised. That's why this one. Okay. We all want one toffee. What, why? Or acha, toffee. Okay. Chocolate. I'll give. Yeah. Let's come back, guys. So let's open Eclipse ID. Today, no one opened that Chota villain. Where is the Chota villain? Chota villain went to Mota villain. Health problem. उसमें क्या हेल्थ है? हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम है. जिसको हेल्थ रहता है उसको हेल्थ खराब होता है. The person who does not have health, what will be disturbed in that? Is the person of bones and skeleton, right? Okay. You also like that. Don't laugh. थोड़ा खाना खाओ. Yeah. What is the batch code? 1103. Paint here. File open. What's your batch code? 1103. Spring Boot REST. I know 4. I'm just trying to. Yeah. Tell me what is there? Session. Session 4. Yeah, this example is POC, purely POC example, guys. I just want to prove Postman can send different modes of request. And when I develop the endpoints having different modes, they are executing. Nothing great. Okay. So I introduced it with Postman and all this stuff. I think I compared both the REST controller and controller other day. We compared both now, my dear. Compared or not compared? Compared. Okay, tell me, total how many HTTP methods are there? In that one, what is reserved one? This. And these 5 are designed for code operations now, my dear. Okay, now we understood why head options trace are useless for business activities. We discussed that one or not there, guys. Okay, see this, where to use put, where to use patch. Update employee, total employee object has come, put mapping. Update employee, only string new email employee number, only what has come? String new email employee number. Are you getting my point there? Here is what? Patch mapping or not there? What mapping is happening, boss? Patch mapping. So only partial modification is taking place or not there? Only partial modification is taking place or not there? Okay, for 5 method, 5 annotations are there on the endpoint that perform select operation, insert operation, delete operation. This is for full object modification. This is for what? Partial object modification. Okay, now listen. Since head request generated HTTP response does not contain what? Body or output or result. So it cannot be used for what? Card operation. For read select operation, useless in what? RESTful web services. Since trace is given, come on guys. Trace is given for what purpose, my dear? Come on. Give me 1 minute, guys. Yeah. The trace is given to trace or debug components involved in the success or failure of what? Request processing. So it cannot be used for what? Card operation. Useless in RESTful web services are not there. Since options mode request gives the possible HTTP request methods or modes that can be used to generate the request to what? Web component. It HTTP response contains purely list of modes or method that are possible to give request to web component. So it can also be used. It can also cannot be used for what? Card operation. Useless in RESTful web service are not there. Okay, now listen, I have given one conclusion. What is the conclusion I have given? Head trace options mode or method request related responses do not contain body or payload. So they are useless while performing code operations in RESTful web service are not there. Okay, now listen. This is a servlet having which method? Do get method. For this servlet, if I give options mode request, what it returns, guys? Get head options. What does it mean? For this servlet, you can give request in get mode because do get is there. Head mode because get is possible means head is possible, and options anyhow should be possible. Why? Because if option is not possible, how option can be how options mode request can be given to determine what? Which modes are possible, which modes are not possible. Are you getting my point there or not there? Yeah, look at this. Public response entity show message. This is REST controller. What controller? REST controller. Tell me, guys. REST controller. If we give options mode request to this API REST controller having URL /wish, okay, endpoint, then we get what? A response like allow. This is get na get. Head get is allowed means head is allowed. And what is their options? Are you getting my point there? All right. Request headers carry additional data given by browser or consumer application along with the request. What information? Content type, content length, referrer, this kind of thing. Response headers carry additional data given by server or web container along with the response. Refresh, content type, content length, connection, content disposition. All these are what? Response headers are not there. Request headers will carry more information about the client to the server. Response headers will carry more information about server to the consumer. So if consumer wants to give special instructions to server, it will send along with the response headers. If server wants to give special instruction to what? Consumer, it will give through response header. I want to tell to browser, once you receive the output, once you display the web page, don't relax. You refresh the page for every 10 seconds. Then I have to use refresh response header or not there. I want to tell to what is that? Producer or provider. Okay, this consumer allows this kind of content. You please send that kind of content only along with the response. Then I will use content type header or not there, guys. Look at this servlet, guys. Look at this servlet. This is having do post method na. If I give options mode request, it is giving me what? Post and options. Okay, tell that for this servlet, you can give only what? Post and servlet. We can make methods of REST controller class handling different modes of request with a specified request path with the support of following annotation. Total 5 annotations are possible or not there. Come on, guys. Yeah, get mode request related response contains response body representing the result. Head mode request related response does not contain what? Response body representing the result. Does not contain a response body representing the result. Are you getting my point there, my dear? Okay, fine. If the request URL is not valid, then we get what? 404 error. Requested resource not found. If request URL based web component is not ready to process the given mode of request, then we get what? 405 error, method not allowed. If request fails in authentication, 401 error. If request fails in authorization, we get what? 403 error. What error, guys? Okay. Resource is forbidden. If the web component fails to instantiate for the given request, then we get what? 500 error. See, guys, all these are the problem because of end user has done one or other mistake. Wrong URL typed, 404. Wrong request mode is given, 405. Wrong username or password given, 4. Okay, it's trying to access that resource for this authorization is not there. Entering into unauthorized area is not a server problem, right? Client problem, right? What is there? 403 error. What error? Error. Next one. Some 500 plus error means server side errors. Now at least you got the idea why 4 triplex errors are called client side errors. They happen because of one or other mistake done by client. Come on. 500 means what? Exceptions raised in the code execution. Database problem. Service class method thrown exception. DAO class method thrown exception and all this stuff. Convinced or not, guys? If the return type of the producer method, endpoint method is other than string in response entity object, then producer method send what? JSON data along with the response body are not there. If it is string, the actually string as well plain text as it is are not there, guys. Both options and head mode request does not contain body and their generated response also does not contain body. Head mode request does not contain body, response does not contain. Even request cannot carry input, response cannot carry output. What's the use of that in business activity? Business activity is different and testing is different, right? Get mode request does not contain body, but related response contains body. Here, get I am talking. Request does not contain body, but it's a generated response contains body. Response contains body means I can use it for business activity. That's the reason we are preferring it for what? Select operation. Post mode request and its related response both contain what? Body. Response. I mean to say body. Payload or body. So final conclusion is what, guys? Total how many request modes are there? 9 are there. In that one, how many useful? 5 are useful. Which are not useful? Head trace option. Why? Head trace option. 3 request modes, these 3 modes related request and their response. Both does not contain body. That means they are unfit for what? Carrying inputs, carrying outputs. They are unfit for what? Carrying inputs, carrying output. Getting my point, my dear? That's a useless. Get mode request does not contain body. It cannot carry input. Then how to pass inputs are? Query string. Query string. But it's a related response contains body. Yes or no, guys? But it's a related response contains body. What do you say, guys? That is done. That's why we use it for select operator. Post mode request response both contains body. That's why we use for insert operation. Put mode request response both contains body. We use it for update operation, full object updation. Next, patch mode request response both contains body. Come on. That's why we use for partial update operation. Delete mode request response both contains body. That's why we use it for what? Delete operation. Are you understanding my statement, guys? HTTP response codes are what? 100 to 159. 559 are the response. Information, success, redirecting, client side error, 500 to 599 server side error. Every RESTful application or project contain one server application, one consumer application. Server application in Java is nothing but Spring REST is nothing but a project, web project having REST controller. Each REST controller based project is one REST API or not there. Specs wala, focus. White specs. Focus. Feeling drowsy. Okay. Right. Yeah. Provider application. One provider application with a REST control acts as a server application or not there. What about consumer application? What about consumer? These many possibilities are there or not there? Super. Sir, I have a question. Request is having request parameters, request headers. What is the difference? Whatever you type in the form page, request parameter, their end user supplied input values are not there. Request header, they are not end user supplied input value. They are consumer application or browser supplied special input values about the consumer, about the browser. Come on. Form data become request parameter. That means end user. But accept language, content type, all these are decided by consumer or browser automatically or not there. They are also input, but they are dynamically generated input by what? Consumer or browser to send something along with the request are not there. But when it comes to request parameter, query string data, boss, form data, so they are end user supplied input values are not there. Request headers are client generated, browser or consumer generated inputs that go along with the request automatically, having what? Fixed names, nothing but header names. What are those? Accept language, user agent, referrer, content type, and etc. Come on. Request params are end user supplied values. What values? Values. As query string or form data, request param names are not fixed. They are user defined. In other than get head mode, request, they act as what? Request body or payload. So they become payload content, guys. So they are like query string content are not there. Keys are user defined. Values are user defined. Everything is user defined or not there. Everything is user defined or not there. Yeah. So final conclusion is a RESTful project means one provider application, one consumer. Right now we are not developing consumer because we decided to test the consumer through Postman or not there. API development means provider application development having REST control. Endpoints development means what? Keeping a lot of business method mapped with a request path. Endpoint details means what? That method related details like request mode, path, parameters, are there any parameters, those things. API development means developing Spring REST server application, service provider application. In Spring Boot, it is going to be what? REST controller class development. What development, guys? REST controller class development. Are you getting my point there or not there? Giving API endpoints means providing request URL, other related information to developer for developing what? Client or consumer application for consuming services offered by service provider. For consuming services offered by service provider. Are you getting my point there, guys? The API or service developed in SOAP-based web services cannot be consumed in what? Cannot be consumed in what? A REST client and vice versa. Or a SOAP API services should be consumed in SOAP consumer only. Okay, RESTful API services should be consumed in what? RESTful, REST consumer only. Reverse not possible. Are you getting my point? Or a SOAP server means SOAP client. A RESTful server means a RESTful client. Yes or no, guys? Your intercaste marriages are not allowed. What not allowed? Intercaste or intercommunity marriages are what? Not allowed. REST server to REST client. SOAP server to SOAP client. Easy. RESTful web service developed using one kind of REST API or framework can be consumed using same REST API or different REST API. This is possible. This is possible. Within the REST API, you can play with this. Yeah, that's what. Intercaste, intercommunity marriages are not allowed. But what is allowed? Within the REST, you can use any choice framework to develop what? Server application to develop the consumer. For example, for developing server, I'm using REST easy. For developing consumer, I can use what? RESTlet. For developing server, I'm using Spring Boot REST. For developing consumer, I can use what? Jersey. But both are REST APIs. Clear, my dear? So that means within the community, within the same community, you can play with any combination. That is not a problem. But outside the REST community, combination is not possible. Yes or no, na? And to make things simple, I have taken this example, boss, nothing else. Because the Punjabi people thinks that you marry any munda in Punjabi, but it should be Punjabi. Yes or no, na? That kind of statement. Are you getting my point there or not? Some parents, so elaborate, but not so elaborate. No, brother. You marry anyone, but make sure that Indian. And while sending kids to foreign education, marry anyone, I don't have problem. I'm open mind, but make sure that Indian. Yes or no, na? Yeah, within the REST, any combination is possible, but both should be REST compatible. Why I'm explaining this much? You are a master of all these things. I hope you understood my intention, guys. SOAP server, SOAP client. REST server, REST client. Reverse is not possible. Or a combination is not possible. But within the REST, I can play anything. Within the SOAP, I can play anything. Provider application, I developed using Apache Access. Consumer, I developed by using what? JAX WS. No problem. There are multiple open or free APIs. Service provider developed in what? Different technologies or framework of RESTful web services, and they can be consumed in our application using our choice REST APIs. Using what? Our choice REST APIs. Are you getting my point? Weather Report API, Google Maps API, GPay APIs, ICICI API, COVID API, Payment Gateway APIs. Lot of things are there or not? One REST controller is one API. Methods in REST controller class are called what? Endpoint. The methods in REST controller class are called as what? API endpoints. Fine. How much I study same thing, Rababu. Okay. So let us develop one dummy REST controller. What is that? Covering all the 5 methods based endpoints. And let's test them from the Postman. Because so far we are using browser as the client. If browser can send max to max get mode request or what? Post mode. But I want to send different modes of other request also. File new. Where is this? Spring Starter project. What project, guys? Spring Starter project. Boot REST pros. How much? Boot REST pros 2. Tell me next one. Boot REST pros 2. What is the one? Fine. Some API. Customer API. What API, guys? Customer API, all modes, all methods. Customer API, all methods. Okay, difference between controller, REST controller is not covered side by side. No, bro, I have watched the last session recording that is not covered. Difference is not covered. Fine. I will cover, my dear. Fine. Let me complete this, then I will cover. Happy, yeah? Okay. Or if not covered, also you can read there. Fine. Chota mindset. Spring Web, guys. Lamba KP immediately not required, but fine. Spring Web is enough. Is there any separate module called Spring Boot REST? Is there any starter called REST Starter? No. Web Starter only used in 2 angles are not there. Angle number 1 for web application development. Angle number 2 for what? A RESTful web service development. Are you getting my point? Say next. Say finish. Okay. Yes, guys. First of all, you go to where? Application.properties. Yeah, embedded server port number I am deciding here now, boss. What is this? Embedded server port. Server.port is equal to 4041. Focus. Okay, server.port is equal to 4041. Next. I'm deciding the context path of the application. Servlet dot context path. Servlet dot context path. Tell me. What is there, guys? REST pros 0 2. Yeah. I'm developing one REST controller here, guys. Let me take a package, new package. Com dot, what is there? NT dot REST. com.nt.rest. Right click new. Right click new class. What's the class? Customer. Guys, stop discussing, concentrate. Customer operations controller. What controller, guys? Customer operations controller. Tell me. Where is this? Customer operations controller dot Java. This is my what? REST controller. Tell me next one. Request mapping / customer API. / what API? Customer API. Public, what is there? Response entity string. Public, what is there? Response entity string. Okay. Public response entity string. Tell me. Show all customers. What's there, guys? Show all customers. Show all customers. @get mapping. @get mapping. Tell me what is /. Okay, @get mapping /. I'll say report. Something. It's a dummy one only. Okay. Systrace. There's a get mode method or not there. Return new response entity string. Okay, I'll put select operation http status dot okay. Select operation http status dot okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, fine. Copy these guys. Public response entity string register customer. What customer, guys? What is that, guys? Register customer. Yes. Tell me here, where is this resist? Customer operations controller. Where is this register? Here is my what mode, guys? Post mode. Yeah, tell me, guys. Customer operation response entity string register. What is there? Register operations. What operations, guys? Customer register operation, or I will put it as insert. Right now, dummy only. I'm not writing serious logic. Today I just want to check. Okay, when I give different modes of request from Postman, different endpoint methods are executing or not. All these are incomplete methods only, don't worry. Yeah, tell me next one. Copy this, paste it. Public response entity string. Tell me next one. Public response entity string. Update customer. Here, what is there, guys? Posta putta. Put mapping. What is there? Posta putta put. Here is my word. Update. Here is my update. Put. Here is my update operation or not there. Here is my update operation. Here is my update operation. Yeah, tell me here what is there? Patch, PATCH, patch mapping. Okay. Patch mapping. Tell me here, what is the story? Here is what? Patch mapping. In patch mapping, what is there, guys? Yeah, yeah. Tell me here. Update customer email. Wait, Rababu. Update customer email. Tell me, update email. What is that, guys? Update email. Okay. Customer operations controller. This time, here I'll change it, guys. What is this? Update. Update customer. Here is what? Update customer email. Update customer email. PATCH. Tell me. Here is partial update operation, boss. What operation? Partial update operation. That is patch mapping. Tell me next one. Paste. Public response entity string. Tell me. Delete customer. What customer? Delete customer. Here is my, where is this, guys? Delete customer. In this place, delete. Okay. Tell me here, where is this? Delete operation. What operation? Delete operation. That's fine. Yeah. This is going to be, oh, delete. Here is what? Delete mapping. This is what? Delete mapping. Fine. So total 5 endpoints are developed or not there? Each business method in REST controller is called one endpoint. What is there? Endpoint 1. What is this, guys? Endpoint 1. Next. Endpoint 2. Next. Endpoint 3. Next. Endpoint 4. Endpoint 4 and endpoint 5. What is there, guys? Endpoint 5. Are you getting my point there or not there? Yeah, this is what? Endpoint 5. Okay, customer operations controller dot Java. What dot Java, guys? Customer operations controller dot Java. Everyone getting my point there or not there? Boot REST pros to customer API, all methods, guys. What is there? All method. Shall we see what we can do here? Yeah. Right click. Tell me. Run on server. Yeah. Yeah, run on server or embedded server, anything you can do. Yeah, version 21 not supported. So what should I do? I have to change either Java version. Okay, better to change Java version only now, guys. Project facets. What is there? Project facets. Where is this? Project facet. Java version how much? 21. Tell me here. 17. Arrow apply. Arrow okay. Let's run the application. Say next. Say next. Why it is taking time? Remove all. Say finish. This is what happening or not there, guys? Yeah. Tell me. This is browser, but browser can give only get mode request. To give post mode also form is required, right? To give post mode request also definitely what form is required. So it's better to test by using Postman or not there. Let us test this application using what? Postman. Hello, my dear. Plus symbol, blank collection. Blank collection. Tell me here. 1103. 1103. Methods API. All methods API. 1103 all methods API. That's good. What is there? Request to one. Request to one. Get. Okay, I have to type the URL now. Okay, this is already there. Yeah, base URL is already there. Yeah, you want, you can test through embedded server also. Okay, maybe not copied completely, guys. Copy this. Say paste. Tell me next one. Customer API. What API? Yeah, customer API. Tell me. Okay, what is their report? Click on send button. Select operation is coming. See, get mode method is executed or not there. Today, no output, nothing. Just I want to confirm whether they are executing or not. Postman is capable of giving different modes of request or not. Okay, now listen. It is expecting get mode, but I am giving post mode wantedly to check whether that 405 error is coming or not. Coming or not coming. Yeah, requested. I have given this, but okay, I have given this a wrong URL 404. All these are mistakes done by a client. Na? That's a 400 series is called what? Client side errors. 400 series fall under what, guys? Client side errors. Are you getting my point there or not? What, Sumit Sahu, you are so dull today? Not taken breakfast? Fight happened with any nearer and dearer? Then be active, man. Okay. Select operation. What operation? This is a select operation. Yeah. Next, add request. What is there? Request to. Add request to. Customer API. Here is my what? Register. Customer API register. 405 comes because I am giving wrong mode of request. You give the right mode of request. Insert operation. Post is executing or not there? Post mode is executing. 1 minute. Sir, you are still showing get. No. You save it, that become permanent. You again save it, it become permanent. Otherwise, for everything, it will show get only. Yeah. What's the advantage of saving, guys? Yeah, you can repeat the number of times. You can repeat the test any number of times because you are saving it, right? Right click, tell me, add request. Right click, add request. What is there? Request 3. Paste. I'm going for a put, guys. Here is what? Update. Update operation is coming or not? Okay. Now you give options mode request for this. Headers, put comma options. Put allowed, options is there to determine. So option should be allowed or not. Okay. Option should be allowed or not there, guys. Definitely should be allowed. But I'm going to take what, guys? Put only. Save it. Okay. Request 3, put. Next. Add request. One project, one collection. To test different endpoints, you may take a lot of requests or one per each endpoint also you can take. Yeah. Tell me next one. Request 4. What for, guys? Request 4. Tell me, what is the story that we have to go for? Yeah. Here is my patch. Here is my what? URL. What is there? Update email. Update email, customer email. Update mail or email? Only email is taken. Update me mail. It's going to give update email or not there? Yeah. Tell me here, where is this? Patch mode request. Yeah. Click on this. Partial update operation. Check it out. Patch method is executing or not there? Definitely patch method is executing or not there? Save this. It's been saved or not there? Right click, guys. Add request boss. Yeah, tell me next one. Request to 5. Request to 5. I have to check for delete or not there. Here is my delete. Okay, here I have taken request math as remove or something else. Delete only I have taken. But I have to send which mode request? Delete. Delete operation. Check it out. The relevant method is executed or not. So one thing is confirm. From post mode, I can send different modes of request. And REST controller is also ready to execute different endpoints for different modes of request. But how to tell that this endpoint should execute for this mode of request only? By using XXX mapping annotations. So that means in web module, we are using less annotation. Here we are using more annotation. In web module, client is consumer. Consumer max to max can send either get mode or post mode request, right? Max to max can send what? Either get mode or what? Post mode request. Are you getting my point there or not there? Either get mode or what? Post mode request. And that it can do max, nothing else. Convinced, my dear. Come on, everyone. Okay, that's good, great. Okay, now let's see what we can do there. Okay, since people have demanded me, one table is not covered, sir. Yeah, one is controller, one is REST control. given in the Spring 2.5 version, very old one, given from the Spring 4.0 version, relatively new. Specialization of component annotation. Sir, controller is equal to component plus plus. Specialization of controller annotation, right? It's a definitely specialization of what? Controller annotation. Are you getting my point there or not there? Make the Java class as web controller class having capability to handle HTTP requests by taking them through what? Dispatcher servlet. By taking them through what? Make the Java class as REST controller or what? REST service provider or REST API or API having capability to handle HTTP requests by taking them through what? Dispatcher servlet. By simply taking them through what? Dispatcher servlet. That will take to take request. Here also to take request. Okay. Okay. But this is only limited to web application. This is for distributed application. Are you getting my point there or not? Can be used in both Spring MVC and Spring REST application. Recommended to use only in what? Spring REST application. Not suitable in what? MVC application. Why? Because there is a view component to format the result. If you use REST controller, view component is bypassed. Yes or no, guys? Every handler method does not get response body automatically. So if you want, you need to keep it explicitly or not there. Every handler method automatically gets what? Response body. So there is no need of what? Adding it separately. Is there any need of adding it separately, guys? Is there any need of adding it separately, my dear? I want reply, guys. Based on the return type of the handler method, whether it decides whether view component should be involved or not. If return type is what? Other than response entity T, then it involves view resolver and view component or not there. Makes the handler method sending its output results as a response to client directly through dispatch servlet without involving what? View resolver and view component. Here methods are called handler method. Here methods are called what? REST operations or endpoint. Instead of comparing REST controller with controller, please use it as what? Convenient annotation given over what? Controller, providing easiness to develop RESTful web services. Don't compare. They are saying there, you make it, you feel it as they have given as what? Convenient annotation, so that you can develop what? REST controller directly as required for distributed application. REST controller directly as required for what? Distributed application. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Okay. Sir, next what, sir? Let me prove. I don't want to bore you for a long time. Let me prove if response entity T, if the T is other than string, other than primitive type, other than wrapper type, it will convert given object data into JSON content by default. Sir, I have not added any JSON jars, not required. When you add web starter, JSON jars will come automatically. Why should I believe, sir? Don't believe my practicals. Okay, go to what? Libraries, event dependencies. Here is my word. JSON related information is there or not there? What is there, guys? JSON related information is there or not there, guys? Check it out, guys. Check it out. JSON related information. See, Jackson, lot of JSON related information is kept or not kept, guys? Say something, my dear. I want reply, my dear. Come on. Everyone understanding my statement or not there? Yeah. Tell me, what is the story to follow? Close all editors. I would like to take another document that is capable of sending, guys. Just to take object, boss. Just to take return type as other than string or simple type or primitive. Everything else will happen automatically or not there, guys. Yeah, tell me, session 5. Sending JSON data as HTTP response body to client from the service provider application, nothing but REST API. Yeah, this story, guys. If the method of service provider returns response entity object having other than string generic, can be any other object. Okay, then the given object will be converted to what? JSON data will be placed in HTTP response as body automatically. Other than string generic means it could be any class object or array or collection of objects. JSON means what? JavaScript object notation. It is a way of representing object data using key value format. Key must be in double quotes and value can be there with double quotes, without double quote. String means with double quote, non-string means without double quote. One floor bracket represent what? One object or one sub-object. Array means this represents what? Array list set. In JSON, array list set collection will be treated as what? Array only. So their elements will be represented using square bracket elements or not there. In JSON, array list set collection data is called 1D array. Map and has a properties data is called as what? 2D array. Because sub elements will be there. In JSON, map collection elements and has a property elements will be represented using what? Sub objects are not. That means sub floor brackets will be used. What will be used, guys? Sub. Yeah, this is customer object, guys. This is customer object. What is it? It's a JSON representation. Open floor bracket, closing floor bracket. Property names as keys, values as the values. Values as the values. HTML is given to display data on the browser by applying what? Style. JSON XMLR is given to describe the data, to construct the data, guys. Come on. What is the difference between what? JSON and XML. I think already I discussed it, guys. Student object in JSON, it's a key value pairs. In XML, it's a tag, subtags kind of thing. So as I keep on saying, my dear, okay, JSON and XML. It's a JavaScript object notation. It is extensible markup language. It's a way of representing object data using what? Key value pairs. It's a way of constructing or descripting data using what? Tags. Maintains the data as key value pairs. Maintains the data as what? Tags, attributes, attribute values, and etc. Come on, my dear. Does not provide namespaces to validate the data. Are you getting my point? Provides namespaces to validate the data. Are you getting my point there, guys? Namespace is a library that contains set of tags, attributes, and rules to construct what? XML data. To simply literally construct what data, guys? XML. Are a very simple, boss. If you want to write XML data, you can import XSD and DTD rules now. Such rules in importing is not there in JSON. That is what. This format is given by JavaScript language. What is there? Sun Microsystem plus Netscape. This is given according to W3C recommendation and inspired from what? SGML, Standard Generalized Markup Language. What is there? Standard Generalized Markup Language. Are you getting my point there? JSON files are easy to read and process. XML files are bit complex to read and process because XML API, XML parser. To handle JSON data, we use what? JSON and API. To handle XML data, we use what? JAXP APIs like SAX, DOM, JDOM, and etc. Guys. To convert JSON data to object and vice versa, we can use what? JSON, JSONB, and etc. To convert XML doc to object and vice versa, we use what? JAXB API. What API, guys? The process of converting object to JSON data is called what? And reverse is called what? The process of converting object data to XML data is called what? Marshalling. And reverse is called what? Unmarshalling. Are you getting my point there? JSON format files are lightweight compared to what? XML format R files. XML format files are a bit heavy weight compared to JSON format R files are not there. Very much used in RESTful web service as alternate to what? XML to send and receive data. Very much used in SOAP-based web services to send and receive data, right? JSON is less structured compared to what? XML. XML is more structured or not there. Does not support what? Commenting. Supports what? Commenting. In XML, commenting is possible. Less secured because it contains just key value pairs. More secured, it is having hierarchy and namespaces to import. If I don't want to use certain tags, you don't keep that tag in namespace. So namespace will try to validate whether you are using correct tags or not there. Allows only UTF-8 characters. Allows lots of characters including what? UTF-8. So overall XML is good or JSON is good, guys? JSON is good. Lightweight, just key value pairs, other thing. No one expects these many differences. Try to tell different main differences. You simply say only one thing, guys. In JSON, data and decoration both are equally managed. In XML, data is less, decoration is more. Data is less, decoration is more. Are you getting my point there, guys? Data is less and what? Decoration is more. Comfortable, my dear, or not there? Data is less and decoration is more. Convinced or not, my dear? Everyone, understanding my statement here or not there, guys? Everyone got the clarity or not there, guys? Come on, guys. I want reply from you people. Boot rest pros. Okay. Why all these things? Let's feel that one practically. I'll take one class. I fill up with the data and I will take that class as a return type of the endpoint. Let's see without me doing anything, automatically JSON data is coming or not. So far we have seen text as the response, right? But I want to see what? JSON data as the response. For that one, you need not to do anything. Everything is automated. After coming to framework calls, I do everything means it's meaningless. That's why you don't even write single line of JSON code, JSON API or JSON API code. But still conversion happens because everything is internally automated. Shall we start doing that work, guys? File, Spring Starter project, boot rest pros 3. Boot rest pros 3. Customer API or actor API? Whatever API. What is there? Actor API. Sending JSON response. Sending JSON response. Say next. Lombok API. Spring Web. Say next. Say finish. Say next, say finish. Comfortable, my dear? Come on, everyone. Right. Actor API sending JSON response. What response, guys? Sending JSON response. Tell me here. Tell me here. Come on, I want reply. Application dot properties. Server port number. Server dot port 4041. Server dot port 4041. Are you getting my point? Yes. Okay. Tell me next one. Server dot port 4041. What's the next one to focus, guys? Context path. Server dot servlet dot context path rest pros 3. Rest pros 03. That's great. I think Lambda KPI is added or not added? Added. Lambda KPI is added. So I can take model class. New, where is this package? com.nt.model. com.nt.model. New class. What is there? Customer. Actor we have taken. Actor, doctor. Your choice. You can take everything, right? Yeah. @data. Super. Private integer AID. Private string A name. What is next one? Private string address. Next, private float average. Hey, average is not good. What's the spell of remuneration? Remuneration. Am I right? If not right, no problem. What is that? Okay, and I want to have category, actor category also. Hero na, villaina, chota villaina, bada villaina, mota villaina, right? Yes, let's see. Actor category, all this thing. This is my @data or not there? Fine. Okay. So we are ready with this. Okay, now let me take another package. New, what is there? Package. com.nt.rest. Right click, new class. Right click, new class. Tell me here, what is there? Right click, new class. Actor operations controller. What operations controller, guys? Actor operations controller. Actor operations controller dot rest controller. What is there? Request mapping / actor API. / what? Actor API. Tell me next one. Public response entity. Actor. Response entity actor. Okay, guys. Response entity actor. Show actor data. Fine. Okay. Other than string as taken as return type are not there. But I want to have some constructors, guys. No arg constructor. All arg constructor. At the rate get mapping. What is there? Actor report. At the rate get mapping actor report. Sys trace. What trace, guys? Sys trace. Return. What is there? New response entity. Return new response entity. Are you getting my point there or not? Okay. Return new response entity actor. Yeah. Okay. Here what I do is actor is equal to new actor of 1001 Raja. What is what? It is at address Hyderabad. Address Hyderabad. Okay. Category is also there. Category hero. I think float is taken. Yeah. Maybe the remuneration is taken as what? Float. Yes. Tell me, guys. Actor. HTTP status dot okay. Actor. Actor is equal to new actor. 1001 Raja Hyderabad. This hero. New response entity actor. HTTP status dot okay. Comfortable or not there, guys? Are you understanding my statement? Okay. Sending JSON response. What response, guys? Sending JSON response. Run on server, guys. Tell me. Say next. Yeah, again, same Java version problem is coming or not? Spring. Properties. What is there? Project facets. Let me change Java version to 17. Apply and close. Right click, run on server. Say next. Say finish. Yeah, you can check here itself, guys. Actor API / what is there? Actor hyphen reporter. See, JSON has come now. Am I doing anything? It is done automatically or not there? Okay, now let me test through Postman, guys. Is it really difficult or easy, my dear? Nothing great in that, right? Fine. Okay. I tested with external server there. This time let me test with what? Embedded server. Let me test with what? Embedded server. Run as Java application. What is there, guys? Run as the Java application. That's good. Plus symbol, blank collection. 1103. Boot rest pros 3. 1103 boot rest pros 3. Where is this? Add request. What request, my dear? Add request. Tell me. Request 1. What, guys? Request 1. Tell me. Putta, posta, geta here. Get mode request. Yeah, what is the URL? HTTP localhost 4041 / restpros 03 actor API actor-repo. We're getting JSON content, my dear. Anything great here? Anything great over there? Are you doing anything for conversion? No. Response entity object has come to dispatch servlet. Dispatch servlet notices, oh, here other than string is there, other than primitive value is there. Takes the object, internally uses JSON APIs and try to go for conversion or not there. Try to go for conversion or not there, guys. Comfortable, my dear? Come on, everyone. Are you understanding my statement, guys? AD, name, address, remuneration category, boss. Remuneration category. Things are coming as expected, my dear. Okay. Please give confirmation 5 p.m. I know government employees are like bad scheduling. Yeah, today classes will be there at any cost. On the basis of fixed rate, whether things completed or not. What completed? Whether the things, what things are completed or not. Acha, things are, oh, understood. Okay. Adi, Mr. Kolkata. Mr. Kolkata, classes are there? No, class always be there in Naresh IT only. Session will be conducted. Okay. Session is there. Come. Come. Right. Okay. Where are you, man? Why are you not attending? Offline class? Are you staying so far from Amirpet? I know you are staying in one hour the hostel. One hour other hostel only, na? Then fine. Is karma. Yeah, we got the JSON content here nicely, my dear. Okay, now we'll see more variety in that in coming classes. How to get the different varieties when arrays are there, list is there, map is there, has a properties are there. How this one, list of objects. So we'll see various permutation and combination. Then we will try to see how to get XML response also. Right now I am doing everything manually, boss. Let us assume that the actor object is not created manually. Talk it to service, service talk it to DAO, DAO talk it to database. From there data has come. But consumer is going to receive everything in the form of JSON content or not. So consumer should have a knowledge of receiving JSON and converting into object. Okay, deserialization it has to know. But right now our focus is on developing APIs, not the consumer. Consumer development we will discuss towards the last sessions, guys. Once we completely developed our consumer, that's the end of REST API. Right now, focus is on what? API development. Okay. I hope you understood. Things are not there. Are you doing anything great?